I am going to the daiquiri stand.
A daiquiri stat.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear me?
And he goes, I've never known you to do that. And I'm like, that is because you don't really know me.
You only know your mom.
Then when I came home with my little jug and my straw, my husband goes, oh, you stopped at the daiquiri place? Sure did.
Yes, I did. If I heard my friend say she was a dumb bitch, I'd be like, how dare you talk about my friend like that? But I do something, I'd be like, you fucking dumb bitch.
You see, exactly.
You know, it's like...
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Hello Friends. Today, we are going to talk about something incredibly special to me that sounded cute. And when it came to the surface, I was like, oh, we should totally do an episode about that. I am your host, Brandy.
And I am your co-host, Kayla.
So we're going to talk about romanticizing your life, which I know oftentimes women will do this, but we don't like put a name to it. So I wanted to like bring that to the forefront because so many of us do it and we don't realize how it's helping us and how it's helping us cope in life. What does romanticizing your life look like for you?
Well, for one, I think I want to kind of talk about, I've actually never liked that phrase.
Why?
I don't know. It just like, I think for me, it gives that like bullshitty vibes, I guess.
Really?
Like,
But
yeah,
it's such a real thing.
No, it is. And like when you think about it, it's great. I love the practice. Mm-hmm. I think that the name makes it, if you don't, if it's not something that you're intentionally like doing, and then you hear someone say like, oh, I'm like romanticizing my life or this, that, whatever.
It's too hallmarky for you?
It feels hallmarky.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I guess it's like when I was getting ready for the episode and going through, I'm like, okay, like the reality and the meaning of it is not as hallmarky as it sounds, obviously. And it isn't about pretending that you have like the best life or have this all together or have it all figured out like I possibly would have assumed. It's more just about being like intentional and paying attention and like caring for yourself and like loving on yourself.
It's
and
seeing love in the ordinary of every day.
Yeah.
That is the easiest way I could put it. And most people don't understand that you can see love in the ordinary of every day in every kind of way. It necessarily doesn't mean like you are making things in all of your day super romantic, because that is not what this is.
No, it's trying to make it feel meaningful
to you. And it could be from brushing your teeth in the morning and taking that 5 minutes to understand this is self-care and self-love. Mm-hmm. And it is not necessarily a chore.
Stop calling me out like that, bitch.
I'm just saying. It is.
Yeah.
And
like I feel like that's something for me, like it's hard at night. Like in the morning, I'm going to get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, I'm going to do all the things. But like at night, I'll be like, oh, I'm already laying down or like this, that, whatever.
Oh, yeah, and everybody does that.
And it's like such like a chore or like task in my head. And it's like when you think about trying to intentionally romanticize your life, it's like, no, it's not a chore. It's not a task I'm doing this to like take care of myself and to like look in the mirror in the morning and see my beautiful smile and like
I think romanticizing gets a bad rap because of the internet, because there's so many people who have shed light on doing that. And they package it to make it look pretty, and it doesn't have to necessarily look pretty.
Yeah.
I have always bought myself flowers only because again, I like things that are alive and they smell pretty and they look pretty and it brings me joy.
Listen to the episode prior.
Yeah,
it don't get the reference.
But it is not that is not me so much romanticizing my life. It is bringing a little bit of color and beauty into the ordinary and mundane of every day. So it's not like a romantic thing. It is just something that it brings me joy to see. So I know like that phrase is probably like a turnoff for a lot of people. And if you can find another phrase, we'll use that. But that is essentially what it is. We as human beings will oftentimes just go through life, just bulldoze through it. And this is one of the things to where it'll make you stop and be reflective on what it is that you're doing in your life. Kayla and I both have a really bad coffee addiction. It is bad. Mine started in college, and once I went into healthcare, it like escalated. And I've tried to scale back on my coffee, but in order to enjoy my coffee more, I will put more time and effort into how I make my coffee in the morning, which is probably something you didn't know. So I grind my own beans at home. Like I have whole bean coffee at home. So I make fresh coffee every morning. And just the smell itself is like, oh, that's nice. That is heavenly to me. And my coffee pot does wake me up because I set it every night. And then I do a brev most of the time, which is heavy cream and a little bit of sugar. I take my time in the morning to sit there and focus on my coffee, focus on waking up. And I look at my little pretty flowers, and I do. That's how I get the day started. Probably why I'm a morning person and you're not.
Morning ain't for me, my dog.
I know. But that is one way I romanticize my life. Now, it's not like all these Instagram pictures with like all the fancy, like it's none of that shit. It is.
Well, it's for you. It's not for the
It is
world.
simply me taking a minute to enjoy this fresh brewed cup and focus on who I am and what I'm doing throughout the day.
Yeah. I'm more of a nighttime
I know.
person. So I feel like I've trying to add more of those little like I guess habits or like moments to care for myself or moments to like reflect or reset or like whatever the case. I am trying to be better about kind of clocking that. Like when I get Ryder to bed, great. Now this is the time that I can go through my like own little nightly routine and my own thing that like just helps me like kind of take in the day and what happened that day in the moment and like, okay, like what can I do tomorrow that like makes me feel this way or that way or like planning out. Like for me, I'm not going to enjoy my coffee at home. I am running out the door with Ryder. Like I am
You're
on the
rush,
way.
rush from the time you get up.
From the moment my eyeballs pop open. So it's like, but taking that moment at night to say, all right, let me look at my work calendar. Great. I'm going to be in this office so I can go to this place for coffee in the morning and like kind of having that planned in my head, but like taking the moment at night to like, okay, I can reset. I can get things situated for me. And like
my nighttime is a little bit different because I oftentimes will clean my house at night.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing people don't know about me. I will clean my house at night. This is why everyone's asleep. And so I can be downstairs and I can clean my kitchen thoroughly and I can mop my floors.
You can get through all the things without the things you finish getting messed up before you can get through the.
And so when I do wake up in the morning, my house is clean. And I can sit there and be reflective and just take that. My thing is, I have to wake up before I get moving. I do. I have to literally, like, I'm going to sit here for 45 minutes and not think and not talk. I'm going to sip my coffee and I'm going to stare at this wall and, like, understand my body is waking up from being asleep. Yeah. I'm not rushing in the morning because I've like done all that. Like I've started the dishwasher. I've started the laundry. I've like made all the meals and stuff. I'm a sit here and stare into a void before I am forced for my brain to start moving and working and doing all the things. So I do at night. When everybody's asleep, I will clean my house. And like today, it's Saturday. So because I know everyone's home, I'll clean the whole upstairs because everybody will be moving around and doing stuff downstairs. But I can go upstairs and vacuum and I can water my plants. Yeah. And I can like scrub bathrooms and stuff because everybody is downstairs moving about in the house. So I don't know why I'm like that. I think because when my kids were little and it was just me, when they were asleep,
you have the time.
That's when I had the time to like clean and do stuff because they were up and running around and wreaking havoc and doing all this stuff. So yeah, I clean at night. But I listen to music too while I am cleaning. And
me too.
It is just kind of second nature. You just do it. So I'm not necessarily romanticizing my life. I'm just making those ordinary moments a little bit more personal so that it is not so much of a chore.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's really why it's important that we talk about all of this because you said that like when the boys were little, that's kind of when this habit formed and you clean your house at night because I think that's why women struggle with doing this because we've been taught our whole life we're pouring into everyone else all the time. And so it is crucial that we are finding moments to sit and find the joy and do like refill our own cup for a second. Because we're and I think that's why for me, it's like, I'm not a morning person. I'm never going to be. I never have been. I could sleep till afternoon and be totally fine. But when I do get up, it's like, for when I will lay in my bed in the morning, I don't get up until I've had at least 5 to 10 minutes to just lay there and play with Griffin.
Aww.
That's like the first thing I do in the morning. I don't grab my phone. I don't check my phone. And I know my phone's already popping off, okay? I promise you, my team's texting or calling. Something's going on. There's some kind of fire. A client's already reached out about something. There's emails that have come in all night long, whatever. I don't even reach for it. I lay in the bed first, 5 to 10 minutes, play with Griffin. Because I know that the moment my feet hit the floor, it's nonstop until that night. So I take those few minutes, enjoy that with him, get up. From there, I'm pouring into every other person for the rest of the day.
That's why I stare at the wall in the morning.
It's like I'm pouring, I'm giving, I'm doing, and like I'm fun. Like I'm good. My little brain has no issue with jumping up after that and like pouring. But my thing is to be able to jump up and do that, I have to take those moments at night to like find that joy, find that purpose, and pour back into me a little bit, you know, whether that's watching a trash TV episode, scrolling TikTok, playing Pokemon Go, or even just like coloring. Like if I'm like, I can't like deal with the screens right now. Like I've been on my screens all day with work or this, that, whatever. Like color, read a book, or like like you said, sometimes, and I usually clean on like a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like when my grocery orders are getting ready and like I'm resetting for the week. But sometimes I will, like I'll just go in there and like I'll put on my headphones and I'll have a podcast or an audiobook or music or something going on that I'm listening to and enjoying, and I'm spraying down the kitchen counters or like whatever I'm doing, but I'm doing that at night to refill my own cup so I can be ready to do it again the next day. And I think that's why it's so crucial that we are having these conversations and kind of giving that reminder, because like we are taught to just
keep going,
to keep pouring and keep doing. And then people wonder why they feel so empty and lost and so like defeated almost.
Because we suffer from burnout and don't realize it's burnout.
No, 100%.
Like we as women are going to work. We have children. We have relationships. We are, constantly on the go, which is, why I live off of a schedule, because I was by myself for so long. I had to schedule out my time. I could not just say, okay, well, we'll do this and we'll do that. In fact, I live off a schedule so much that when I go into work, oftentimes I'm triple booked. That's how much my life is scheduled out. That's why between the morning when I get up and have my coffee to at night when everybody's asleep.
And you're getting it all reset.
I'm resetting how the next day is supposed to go. So in the morning, I am taking those moments to literally go over what my calendar at work looks like. Like yesterday, on Friday morning, I got up and I was like, okay, I have this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on. And then it was like projection into Saturday. We record and I have this going on, this going on, this going on. And then it is just a running tab of what is going to happen. That is how
a Rolodex of tasks.
Yeah. That is how every morning goes, which is why I sit there and it's like, I need this time to not talk, not look at a screen, not have any like real background noise. Now I turn the news on every day so I can see what's happening in the world.
No thanks.
But after my 30 minutes of news, it is like, okay, I'm done with that. This is how the rest of the day is going to work. And then into tomorrow. And that's why I clean at night, because I don't have to think about how tomorrow's going to look. I only have to think about, okay, well, I need to dust the table.
What you're getting done right then.
Yeah. And like, it's nothing romantic about any of the things that I'm doing. It is literally a mental reset so that I can not feel burnt out all the time. And it does happen. I do get burned out because there's often times.
I mean, we're going to. We're going to, for sure.
There's days, weeks, months where it's just overwhelming stuff that we have going on. And I know when I'm overwhelmed and you're overwhelmed, there's all these TikToks because neither one of us wants to think. And so we're just.
We just need to disassociate.
Yeah. We're just. If you saw our TikTok feed, you would laugh because there's days I open it up.
Well, I'm always behind on it. I'm always behind on checking it because I'm like, sorry.
There's times I open it up and it's like 96 new.
Oh, mine always says like 99 plus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
And, you have to go back and be like, well, Kayla was having a bad day.
Yeah. Oh. No, literally.
Lonnie was on her shit today. Like you can go see like how we disassociate by like the stuff we send each other. And I think that's how we pour into one another too, is because we'll send like these memes and these reels and stuff, and we know exactly what the temperature is of the other person. But that's
well, and it allows you to check in with each other and be there without the actual conversation of it all, because usually
you can see the
we
conversation.
don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have to say all the words. Like, we're tired of saying all the words. We don't want to say the words. But here, let me send you this thing I think is funny that's going to tell you I am feeling fucked up.
And that's also a way for us not to rely on everybody else to give us a little bit of a reprieve. Like, we're not waiting for someone to say you can take a break.
Yeah.
That is how we understand I need a break, or this is what's happening.
Well, a lot of people, I think, wait for permission to take a break, and
you don't
need permission, and you can do whatever you need to, and making sure that your cup of life is not empty is the most important thing. So,
and your break can look something as simple as, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make the nicest sandwich for myself
with all my favorite toppings, the best sauce.
I'm going to open up my favorite bag of chips, and I'm going to eat this sandwich in peace and not have anybody distract me from what it is I'm about to do.
It can look as simple as saying, I'm going to wear this today because I feel great in this, or I'm going to wear this today because I need something comfortable, and this is comfortable. Like, dressing for yourself, doing, like, eating your favorite food for yourself. Like, it can be the smallest thing. Like, I was telling you last night, like, the last couple of weekends, like, I've just been, like, pretty tired. Like, I feel like really exhausted sometimes by the time I hit the weekend. And I've been ordering my groceries at a different grocery store simply because I want a flavored water from Swig. Why am I stopping at Swig? I have flavored water at home.
Yeah.
I have it at home. I promise you I do. I have more of it in that grocery order I just picked up. But you know what? The joy of this life is that there's a Swig right next to that fucking Market Street. And if I want a fighter with non-sparkling water and I want the biggest freaking one I can get, what a joy in life that I can just pop on over there and grab it real fast, you know? It can be something simple. It doesn't have to be, I am scheduling in 15 minutes to do yoga. I'm scheduling in time to meditate. It doesn't have to be any of these crazy.
It doesn't have to be scheduled.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be scheduled. It doesn't have to be any major daunting task. Like, if you're sitting there being like, yeah, that all sounds great, but like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have whatever. It doesn't have. You don't need time, you don't need money, you don't need anything. It's taking what you do in your current life and finding ways to do it joyfully for yourself. And not for others.
No, for
not
yourself.
To make joy for everyone else, like we always do. And that's great. And we should do that for our children, for sure. That's wonderful. But it's finding the joy in life for yourself.
Do you know, okay, I think my husband and my son are the only ones that know this. One of my simple pleasures in life is going to the fancy grocery store with no grocery list. It really is. We have like a Central Market.
Oh, I love Central Market.
And I never need anything out of there.
Oh, but it's so good.
Do you know why I go into Central Market?
Why?
I like the way that it smells.
Really?
There is a certain smell, like over in the floral section and like the pharmacy section and candles and stuff. It smells a certain way over there. Next time you're in there, just go towards that part.
Girl, you know I order on the app.
No, you have to go in the store. And I'll go and I'll just peruse all like the fancy lotion and body wash and I'll get like the vitamin juice shots. And I don't need anything out of there, but I'll go in there just because I can.
Well, that's the thing too. I think one of the things when you had brought this topic up for us to talk about today was like dating yourself.
Yeah, that's a date.
Like, okay, but listen, that's the thing I want to make sure we touch on here. Because when you hear like dating yourself in your head, you automatically go to like, I'm supposed to go to this restaurant, eat this meal by myself. I'm going to be so uncomfortable. It's so weird.
No, that's
No. I used to, but like literally that's what people used to say to me. They'd be like, you just need to like do things by yourself, like go out to eat, do whatever. Okay, I cannot. I don't feel bad for that. I cannot. Will not be going to a dinner and sitting there by myself. Won't. However, I will go all kinds of stores. It doesn't have to even be a grocery store. There is nothing more than I like to do than to get a fun drink and wander. I just want to wander around. I want to have my nice little fun drink. I want to sip on it. I want to find shit I don't need. I want a store to tell me that I need something. I want to have a good time. Like, in the peace in like getting to do that for me is like, I never realized that is dating myself.
Yeah, it is.
That is spending time with myself. There's no one else here with me. I'm in my head. I'm making my own little funny jokes at shit I see in the store. Like, I'm dating myself. I'm here doing this. Like, it doesn't have to be this awkward, I'm sitting down at a dinner thing.
No, I think that's a misconception too, because dating yourself honestly just means, can I enjoy time with just myself?
Yeah.
I am.
But I never thought of it that way.
No, it is. I'm an avid
this,
reader. I love to read. I do. I love to read. And one of the things I like to, like for Brandy, is I will go to the bookstore with my coffee.
I love a bookstore trip.
And I am just in the book. I will sit and read half a book in the bookstore before I decided I wanted to buy it. I will spend the whole day in the bookstore. And I'm like that with the comic book store too. And the record store. I am one of those people. And I don't need anybody with me. I'm in here. I'm in it. You know, I'm researching stuff. I'm like, I've never heard of this band. What do they sing? You know, I date myself all the time. I don't ever have to have anybody with me. I have learned that I am a very expensive date, however, because now I can afford to buy whole sets of books versus one book at once. And if there's a series, I'm like,
well, I should just get the whole series. It's the smarter. The box set is a better deal.
That's what I'm doing. And then
ultimately, it's a better deal because in the long run, I'm going to buy all the books. So girl math, I saved money.
Yeah, so we're just going to get all 4 of these books. And then, there's another series I might read. Might as well get them too. So I've learned I'm a very expensive. I'm not a cheap date. I'm an expensive date. And then of course I'm gonna get hungry because I just dropped a stack of cash on some books and some records and some things I don't need. And so, what would we like to eat? Funnel cake sounds good. Who got funnel cake?
It's so random.
But this is how I date myself.
Yep.
Or if there's a movie I really want to see, I can go to the movies by myself. Most people say, I can never go to the movie. Why not? Get your blanket and your snacks. You could watch it at home by yourself. You could surely go to a movie by yourself. Yeah.
I feel like I could do a movie. I feel like I'm just now getting to that point in my life, probably a lot with the therapy and all the things. But I feel like I'm just now getting to a point where I do enjoy the time with myself, and I do enjoy dating myself in a sense. So I've started out slow with like just the random stores and random things that I'm just like walking around doing, or I'll just go for a walk or like whatever. I feel like I could do a movie. I think it's I think it's uncomfortable at first because like we're so used to other
people being around and just always dealing with other people. Especially as a mom, you're constantly like, what do you want to do? What do you want to eat? Where do you want to go? How do I entertain you? And finding how you entertain yourself is vastly different than finding out how to entertain someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's almost easier because, you know, when you are a mom, it's like you don't have as much choice or time to be doing what you would want to do. So, like, I know for me, like, Ryder turns 13 in, like, 3 months. It's crazy. I don't know how time has, like, happened so quickly. But, you know, for the last 13 years, right, everything's been what he's wanted to do, where he's going to want to eat, what he's, you know, so then it has been kind of a process for me to kind of figure out, what do I want to do? What do I want to eat? Like, I don't know, because
it's just been him.
It's always been me pouring into him. So I feel like I'm now at that place in my journey of trying to kind of reset and pour back into myself, right? Because when my cup is full, I have extra to give to him in the first place, right? So it's harder though, because you've spent so much time having that easy way out of like, oh, well, I have to eat here because this is what he wants. I have to do this because he has this.
I'm going to throw you for a loop, because now he's going to be a teenager and he's going to be aware that it doesn't always revolve around him. And so you're going to get the question, what do you want? Because when my kids became teenagers, it was like, what, huh? You're really asking me what I want? And they're more accepting because they understand you're not just a mom, you're also an individual and a person.
Yeah.
And so they want to.
You're literally just a girl living her first time too.
And they'll ask you, well, what would you like? And it throws you for a loop because, you know, the first few stages of their life, it is all about, well, I have to take care of you. I have to pour into you. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then you get the question, well, what do you want? Well, hell, I don't know. I haven't been asked that in a decade.
No, literally. Literally, like when I have that time and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go run errands. And I'm like, oh, I want to go to that store. Like, I got to figure out when I'll have time to go do that. And it's like, no, you want to go. Like, you can go. Yeah. Go. What are you talking about?
It gets easier when you start to like grab hold of who you are. And you kind of walk that path. It's like, oh, I'm an individual now. I'm not always in mom mode. I'm not always in work mode. I'm not always in boss mode. So I can stop what I'm doing and do this, and I can pivot. And the world's not going to implode if I pivot into my own needs.
Yeah.
You know, my son's 28 and lives at home, and he'll say, well, what are you doing for dinner? Shit, I was going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Matter of fact, I was going to grill that bitch and maybe have some chocolate milk with it. Yeah. What are you going to do? Because that sounds great to me.
Yeah.
So it's eye-opening when you get to that point, because I have no problem with telling other people in the house, figure it out, because this is what I want to do. There's been times I've gone and bought croissant loaf and like fancy cheese. And I'll get home and I'm like, I'm making grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. I have no idea what it is you would like to eat.
Don't know what you doing.
But this is what I'm doing. This is how I was feeling today. If you're not feeling that, cool. Figure it out how you are feeling. Literally last week, I stopped at Walmart and bought dino nuggets and tots.
Gross.
It is gross. And my husband said, why are you eating like a 3-year-old?
I wanted to.
Because I felt like a 3-year-old today. And this is how I'm romanticizing my life. I feel like a 3-year-old. I want to eat like a 3-year-old.
So I'm going to.
So I'm going to eat like a 3-year-old.
I mean, how many times you've been on the phone with me and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to eat an Uncrustable.
See?
I'm going to eat an Uncrustable tonight, girl dinner.
I felt like a 3-year-old, so this is what I'm eating. Now, I understand I'm a wife and I'm a mother and there's other people that live in the house with me. I don't care sometimes.
Yeah. Well, they're all people too.
Yeah.
They can take care of themselves.
And so I am going to do this for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to eat dino nuggets and tots with a whole bunch of ketchup. That is what I did. And that, honestly, when you feel like those needs in your life, you should just do them. You shouldn't have to explain, I need a minute to myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the ordinary, the mundane, the everyday, the scheduled, and I'm going to veer from that. And if that means you veer from it and you go sit outside and you eat an Uncrustable outside and watch the sun go down, then that is what you do.
Yeah. Well, and just accepting what you want to do as a joyful, good thing, I think. Like, and I say that in a way of like, there's a girl, I listened to a podcast and the 2 girls on there, big fans of theirs, but one of them had talked about how like someone was talking shit about like how on Sunday she does like her everything shower and she like does all this like, you know, a face mask and like does all these things. And she said, why is it a problem that my hobby is like a hygienic self-care routine? Like, why is it a problem that that's my hobby? Why can't that be considered a hobby? And I was like, wait, anything can be a hobby. Anything I want to do is a hobby.
Yeah.
If I want to do face mask and do like a spa day at home, that's my fucking hobby and that's what I can do. And I don't have to explain to someone else or have someone else's permission to just enjoy
what it
things
is
that
you're doing.
I'm doing to take care of myself. Like, great. Why is that a problem? That's my hobby.
And the thing is, it shouldn't be, but we've made it into that because for so long, we as women have been taught you put everything and all your feelings on the back burner
for everyone
for
around
everyone else. You do this for your children. You do this for your spouse. You do this for your parents. You come
do
last.
This for your coworkers.
Yeah.
You do this
you
for
come
everyone.
last.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be the case. We shouldn't have to come last. We should be able to say, no, I'm going to take a step back from this for just a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do X, Y, and Z so that I can be grounded and be a better person, not for you, but for myself.
Well, for everyone, really. I mean, shit. To take care of yourself and doing what you love is only going to help you show up more present, more loving, more joyful when you are showing up as their mom, when you are showing up as their wife, when you are showing up as their coworker, when you have the time and you take the intention of taking a step back, pouring back into yourself, finding the joy of your life, loving your life, you will show up in a better state when you are doing the things for everyone else around you.
Now, I don't know, because I work in HR, so I never show up in a better state. But I do show up. It doesn't mean I'm in a better state when I'm there. But when I leave there, and there's days I have left Did I talk to you? I left work one day and it had been a really rough week. And I'm sitting in my car and I was driving my son home as well. And I looked at him and I said, I am going to the daiquiri stand. And he looks at me and he's like, what? I said, I am going to get me a drink at the daiquiri stand.
A daiquiri stat.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear me?
And he goes, I've never known you to do that. And I'm like, that is because you don't really know me.
You only know your mom.
And I went and I got like my little jug and my little straw. And I was just fine and just peachy after that. And I was like, this is so delicious. And my kid was like, I've never known you to do something like that. I'm doing it. I've done it before. I'm doing it today. Leave me alone. This is what's going to make me happy. And I was. And when I came home with my little jug and my straw, my husband goes, oh, you stopped at the daiquiri place? Sure did.
Yes, I did.
And he's like, so you're going to take that upstairs and watch your show? I am.
I sure am.
Yes.
Isn't that so funny? I feel like Tong knows too. When I've had like a really, really bad day or I've had like a hard week and I come home and I like immediately change into comfy clothes, grab whatever like drink or water bottle or whatever it is I have at the moment, curl up on that couch and I turn that TV on. He comes up, do I need to order food? Yes, you do.
Yep.
Yes, you do. I am not getting up. I am not moving. My brain has turned off. When I got changed, got my drink, and I made sure I had everything I needed in this couch vicinity, that was me saying, great, power off.
Yep.
Like, I'm done. That's it, bruh.
I isolate, though. I go upstairs. I get away from everybody.
I just don't have the space for that.
I know, but I purposely did this. That's why we got this house. But I go upstairs away from everybody. I actually have a snack box upstairs that has snacks in it. I'm probably going to buy a fridge next week so I could put my drinks in there. But I will go up there and I will put my fuzzy PJs on or my yoga pants and I will tie my hair up. I will put my Crest white strips on my little teeth. And I am in my little zone watching whatever crap I have nominated that month or week or whatever to watch. And I get peeps around the corner like, are you hungry? And I just hold up my little snacks. And he leaves.
And that is still romanticizing your life because you intentionally curated your environment, whether you put on music you wanted to listen to, a TV show you wanted to watch, whatever you were going to be putting into you.
It's up there.
Yep. You made sure you had your snacks. You made sure you had a drink. Like there was intention set for you to be able to enjoy shutting off for a little bit.
My entire den upstairs, like the upstairs living room, was purposely curated with my intention.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah. Everything that says Brandy is in that room. And it's a den for everybody. But if you go up there, you're like, oh no, this is her space.
That's how my living room feels.
Like that is absolutely my space. 100% hands down. Like nobody can go up there and be like, oh, this is a nice living room. No, this is Brandy's living room. This is the one she comes into.
This is Brandy's cave.
Yeah. Like you can sit in here, but everything about that room screams Brandy.
Which like, that was great. Like, It doesn't have to be, again, like it just doesn't have to be these big, crazy things.
Nope.
It's just putting intention in your life so that you can find joy.
And most people don't realize it. You don't have to have a space. It could even be your car.
Yeah. That moment when you pull up at home and you just stay in the car and finish listening to the song, or maybe finish that song and listen to a few more, or, like that is a moment of intentionally like pouring back in and finding that like little spark again of like, okay.
And I don't think we give enough credit to the things that we do every day on repeat that bring us joy. Because there's people who go to the gym constantly and they curate their whole life into their physical routine. And there's people who have crafted out what their career is and they love their career. And that gives them joy. Like going to work every day really does give them joy. The rest of the stuff, is their filler stuff. And their career is their joy. That's the thing we don't always talk about. I do have a girlfriend. Her career is her joy. She is a hairdresser. She loves doing people's hair. She really does. She's a wife and a mom and, she's got other things going on. But her career is that joy for her. So you do have to, you have to lay it out and look at your balance and say, okay, what are the things that I romanticize my life in? Because I guarantee you it's not stuff you think, it's not stuff on the internet. It's not stuff you think that you're romanticizing. It is something that...
It's usually these small little things.
These little blips in life that you do. And if you don't have that, I suggest you figure out what will bring you those moments.
Yeah.
Because you do need them. You can't go nonstop all the time and repeat and repeat and repeat.
Yeah, you're just going to end up burnout, which I feel like the majority of the world is at this point. But like... You have to find those little things that are going to help just pour back into yourself for a moment, give you the reminder that like life can be a beautiful thing. Life can be a joyful thing. Doesn't have to be, even like bad shit's going to happen. Bad shit always happens. But like, where can you just find, what can you do for yourself that's going to...
That's why our tagline is life be lifing, because it life be lifing the hell out of you. But you got to take a second to say, okay, I'm going to go get one of them red baskets from Target. I'm going to get me a coffee. I'm going to go look at some towels.
Yep.
Because that is what I feel like doing today. And that is going to bring me joy. I'm going to go to TJ's Maxx and smell all the candles that they got out there. And it's not just us being women. Those are things, that is how we romanticize our lives. Even something so small as to making a dinner and making it look really pretty sometimes. Because anybody can throw food on the table.
Or as a mom, I know for me, I will get in this like rut of everything I'm making is things that like
are quick.
They will eat. Well, it's quick and it's things they will eat. And there are things that I like that I want to eat that I don't make because
they won't eat them?
It's not what they would want. And so like every like couple of weeks, I'm like, you know what? I'm put this in here. I'm gonna make this week. And it's something that it's not going to be y'all's favorite and y'all better shut up and eat it.
See that
because
part.
It's for me. Like why should y'all get the joy of getting your favorite meals and I don't ever get the joy of having my favorite meal? Like it's just really the intention of like what is going to make me happy.
Yeah.
What's going to bring me the joy though, too? And like, sure, we're taught to give that to other people, and I'm not saying don't, but just make sure you're giving it to yourself first too.
Yeah. And always take a little bit of time. It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be every week, but at least in a month, take a little bit of time, because you can forget to do those things for yourself. And it's real easy to do it because you'll get in the routine of work, home, school, kids activities, work, home, school, kids activities, work, home, school, kids activities.
Yeah.
I was telling someone just yesterday, women pretty much run a business every day if you have a family.
Yeah.
Your family is your business. You keep a schedule. You keep tabs on those things. That is a business. You essentially are running a business.
You're running an operation.
Yeah. If you have a family, hands down.
I'm a director of operations.
Yeah. Every day. I am the CEO of the Wilson household every day. But we forget that when we're running those businesses, we got to stop and say, hey,
yeah,
I need to do this for me.
You got to put yourself as part of that operation too. Add yourself into the mix of that. And like rituals turn into routines, which turn into moments. So it's like, even if right now it's like, okay, I just need to remember that once a month I take a day for myself. Okay, cool. That ritual will then turn into a routine where it's like, no, you know it's my day. Back off.
Yeah.
And then that's going to turn into those moments where you're able to be like, wow, like I feel so much better after today. I went and did this, I did that, I did that, da, 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 da. The ritual will turn into the routine, which will turn into the moment for you.
I realized all of 2025, I was really good at taking a spa day for myself. I don't need anybody else to go with me. I don't. I will take this day to myself and I will go sit in the spa all day long. I will go get my massage, my little body scrub. I will get my eyebrows done. I used to do that once a month. All of 2025, I did not take not one spa day.
And we talked about it so many times.
And I didn't take not one.
But we didn't do it. Yeah.
And I used to go at least once a month by myself, and I did not take a one. Now, I would go get a massage every once in a while, but I didn't take not one spa day. And my husband even said, you haven't been to the spa in a very long time.
Yeah.
Because I used to go and I would feel so amazing when I got back because that was my time to myself. I didn't do that at all last year. So this year it was like, okay, you at least need to schedule one a quarter.
Yeah.
And that it's now on my schedule.
Yeah,
it
non-negotiable.
It is now a routine appointment to where every quarter you have to go to the spa.
Don't cancel on yourself because you wouldn't, if it was your best friend, you wouldn't cancel on her. So
no. So now I have scheduled it out because I understand I need that time to myself to feel better and to like recalibrate who I am. And I didn't do that at all last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. And that's bad. So that is how I'm going to change romanticizing my life in 2026. I have now set a schedule for myself.
Of like when you're planning on kind of making sure you have time to refill that cup.
Yeah, because I can do any and everything all the time constantly. In order to have that time for myself, like real purposeful time, not just the morning coffee, not just like the reset at night, like purposeful time for myself. I have scheduled it now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you need to.
I know. And I really didn't last year. I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was everything else took precedence first.
And I think that's something that we need to, like, if you struggle with doing this for yourself, like, challenge yourself to, like, what would you want your friend doing for herself? Or like, what would you do for your friend? And like, remember that we need to be talking to ourselves how we would talk to our best friends. We need to pour into us the way that we would pour into our friends. We need to love us the way that we would love our friends.
I do talk to myself the way I talk to you.
Okay, but not everyone does. Like, if I heard my friend say she was a dumb bitch, I'd be like, how dare you talk about my friend like that? But I do something, I'd be like, you fucking dumb bitch.
You see, exactly.
You know, it's like how I want my friends to be talked to, how I want to speak to my friends, how I want my friends to speak to themselves. Like, I need to hold that standard for myself too. And I need to realize that starts here.
Yeah.
So like, I need to be speaking to myself with kindness. I need to be finding joy in my own life. I need to be intentionally doing things that bring me joy and make me happy. And like, it's so easy not to, but I think it's gotten a little easier for me when I think about like, if this was you, if this was Lonnie, what would I want? You know, like, what would I want y'all to do, or what would I say to y'all? And then be like, okay, so why are you not doing that for yourself?
Yeah, that's true, because I tell you to slow down all the time and stop working so hard. But when it comes to me,
you work harder than anyone,
Yeah, when it comes to me, it's like, but y'all don't see that part. That's the thing. I don't like, I know exactly what it is you're doing every day. But most people don't realize just how hard I'm working, because I make it look really easy. Mm-hmm. And then when I stop and I tell you I had this, you're like,
well, I already know what you do every day is crazy. I already know. Like, I know, but no, it's true. Like, but I think we all do that because society has been like, we have this image and like we're expected to be able to pour into everyone else, and we're expected to take care of the house, and we're expected to take care of the family, and we're expected to take care of the kids, and we're expected to hold down our jobs. And like, we don't necessarily show and share and like outwardly make it look as hard as it truly is. We try to make it seem as easy as it is because we don't want anyone to think we can't handle it. But that is what pushes us to that point where we lose sight of finding the joy for ourselves, and we lose sight of what life's really about, because we get in kind of like you were saying for this last year for you, where like you weren't taking the time for yourself, and you weren't doing these spa days, and you weren't doing whatever, and like you lose sight. And then you're back in that place of like, fuck, I'm pouring everything out. I'm giving everything to everyone else, and everything else is going on. And like, where is my happiness in this?
Yeah.
And having to kind of take that moment and say like, oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let me pause. Let me reevaluate. And like, that's the other thing I want to make sure everyone hears in this is like, it is okay at any point in your life, at any point in your year, at any point in your fucking day to say, I'm not happy with this. Let me pause, reflect, figure out how I can start slowly getting this back to a place where I'm happy in it.
Yeah.
And you can do that at any point. And it doesn't have to be at the new year. It doesn't have to be at the new lunar new year. It doesn't have to be at any specific time. It doesn't have to be in the morning. It doesn't have to be at night. You can do at any point that you're just like, shit, I think I've lost it. Great.
Yeah, I did that.
Pause.
I told you that.
Figure
I was
it
like,
out.
I had honestly depleted everything. And you were like, are you okay? Nope, not okay. I am not okay. I have literally everything I had in me, I had poured into everybody else.
Yep.
For a very long time. So by the time the end of the year,
people are benefiting from you pouring into them, so they're not going to pause you to make you realize that you've emptied yourself.
But I knew it, which is why I told you.
You eventually realize it, but that's once you're already empty.
I was like, I got
Imagine had you caught that at 75% instead of 0.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I didn't catch it. It was just like, go, 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 go. Oh, wait.
And if you do catch it, you're kind of like, well, you know I do this because you're all the time like, Kayla, stop. Like, I'll be like, well, it's just like right now because these things are happening. And when this is better, then like this will slow down. Yeah. And it's like, that's not how that works. When this gets better, some other bullshit fills its place. So like you're always going to have the bullshit. Take the pause and figure out how to take care of yourself through the bullshit.
Mine was just, there was no room for the pause. And I kept pouring and 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 pouring. And by the time I personally was like, oh shit, you got nothing left. Now we pumping brakes. It's no pause.
We ain't even pumping brakes. That e-brake went.
It was like a full on stop. Skirt. It was like it was a full on like skirt. And everybody was like, hey, are you okay? Nope. I got to back all the way off from everybody.
Everything. Yeah.
And they were like, are you sure? I can't talk to you. I can't deal with you. I can't. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. No, nope.
Yep.
And I got it. I understood it. It was like, you have depleted everything. Like there's nothing, you have nothing left to give. So until you can give yourself a little bit.
And that's not sustainable.
No, it isn't.
It's so bad for you. Like it's bad for your mental health. It's bad for your physical health. Like,
oh, I knew it was bad for my mental health because I was sitting there. I was like, oh, you crazy.
Girl, I know you've had moments where you've been just downright worried and nervous about me. And I definitely had moments last year where I was downright just nervous and worried about you. Because
I know. Because you would text me.
We both do that. Like we just deplete ourselves fully out. And I mean, that's the thing. Like I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I'm perfect or pretend like I got this figured out, because reality is I don't. It's just something that I've had to pause and reset and do it a couple times now. So I'm realizing like, no, it's crucial. It is important. So like, everyone has to be able to
you have to know where your limit is.
You've got to learn your limit and then not feel the guilt or the bullshit when you pass your limits or when you need to pull the reins back and say, I can't give anyone else anything else right now. That's okay too. Don't feel guilty about that. Take a moment, reset, take care of yourself.
I think I always feel guilty about it because I feel like there's so many people rely on me for so much. And I know this much. Last year when everything was going on, I had like 30 fires going on all at once. And I had nothing left to pour into anybody. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be good for nobody, including myself, if I just don't back away.
Yeah.
And there was so much that had happened. I'm one of those people, I will manage it while it's going on. And then once stuff starts to simmer, it's like...
Is when you start crashing.
It was like, now you can go beat your head against the wall. It's cool now. Mm-hmm. now you can flip out.
That's called a trauma response.
Yes, it is.
We are chaos coordinators. We are very good at chaos is where we thrive. It's what we grew up in. So it's like you kind of almost go into like this autopilot and you're able to handle and do and boop, 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 boop. And then it's like as soon as things start getting handled and you don't have all of that you have to do, then it's like everything actually hits and you're like,
like my nervous system, it went into, now we're in overdrive. Yeah. Because now we don't have to handle anything. So now you have all the feels literally at once. And I sat there and I was like, I'm crazy.
You're like, I'm a little batshit.
I think I need some medication today.
Which is also okay.
Yeah, and it was, but being able to own that and own, like, I need to recalibrate and I need to have some moments to myself. And I love my friends. I love my tribe of people, but I couldn't deal with anybody because I needed to deal with myself.
Yeah.
And so I did. I took like months to where it was like, I got back away from everything and everybody. I can't hang out with y'all.
I need a minute.
I can't I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to go to brunch. I'm going to sit here in these yoga pants and I'm going to scroll TikToks and I'm going to play solitaire on my phone. And I did that, and it was fine. It was okay, because once I was able to like pour back into myself just enough, it was like
you could breathe again to get it resituated.
Yeah. Now we can kick it again. Now I can talk to you on the phone. Now, I'm okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that that's what it's all about. It's, you don't need a brand new life. You don't need to fix everything or change everything at once. You just need to be able to pause enough to figure out how you want to experience it and actually live your life. Like, be in your life, experience it, figure out where you can put little pockets of joy for yourself. And, it. I hate the phrase, like, you only live once, but like reality is like
you do.
This is your life. This is your life. So like, figure out what you want that to look like and figure out how to make it as enjoyable for you as possible.
And every day you have the opportunity to change how that looks. Because if you don't like the scenery, you can change it.
And you can change at any point. You don't have to explain that to anyone. Nope. You don't have to answer to anyone on that. You don't need permission to do it. You can do it at any point throughout the year, any point of the day. Just be like, nope, this ain't working for me no more. I'm changing it.
Yeah. And you don't, it doesn't have to be pretty all the time.
No.
As long
Actually,
as
most of the time it's not pretty.
No.
And that's okay.
It's never really pretty.
And that's why it's important to have those little pockets of joy. So when it's not pretty, you're like, well, that sucked, but look at this.
And you can always bring that beauty into your life. Like, be like, you know what? That might be going on. That's a fire over there. Let's go get a coffee.
Yep, that will make that fire look a little bit better in my eyes.
And then that glow is like, you know what? That's actually kind of pretty.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't hate it.
Matter of fact, I think we could deal with that.
You know what? If you added some plants around that, that'd be real cute.
Yeah. Maybe fan it a little bit, have a little smoke puff every once in a while. That's, you know what? I got that. I'm digging that now. Don't you love how I see the world? It's so crazy.
Well, it's what makes the world great, right?
I know. So with that being said, your life isn't on hold, and you can take every moment and live it fully and colorfully, as we just brought up. We are on all the Insta talks,
all the things,
the Facebooks. What else is out there? The
Spotify,
tweets,
podcast, all the things.
Make sure you like and subscribe, and remember, life be lifing sometimes.